Inventions by France. 1. Adding machine. An adding machine is a class of mechanical calculator, usually specialized for bookkeeping calculations. Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, and Wilhelm Schickard were the two original inventors of the mechanical calculator in 1642. For Pascal, this was an adding machine that could perform additions and subtractions directly and multiplication and divisions by repetitions, while Schickard's machine, invented several decades earlier, was less functionally efficient but was supported by a mechanized form of multiplication tables. 2. Pressure cooker. Pressure cooking is the process of cooking food under high-pressure steam and water or a water-based cooking liquid, in a sealed vessel known as a pressure cooker. In 1679, French physicist Denis Papin, better known for his studies on steam, invented the steam digester in an attempt to reduce the cooking time of food. His airtight cooker used steam pressure to raise the water's boiling point, thus cooking food more quickly. 3. Hot air balloon. A hot air balloon is a lighter-than-air aircraft consisting of a bag, called an envelope, which contains heated air. Suspended beneath is a gondola or wicker basket, which carries passengers and a source of heat, in most cases an open flame caused by burning liquid propane. The first untethered manned hot air balloon flight was performed by Jean-François Pilatre de Rosier and François-Laurent Darlans on November 21, 1783, in Paris, France, in a balloon created by the Montgolfier brothers. The first hot air balloon flown in the Americas was launched from the Walnut Street Jail in Philadelphia on January 9, 1793, by the French aeronaut Jean-Pierre Blanchard. 4. Parachute. A parachute is a device used to slow the motion of an object through an atmosphere by creating drag or, in a ram air parachute, aerodynamic lift. A parachute's canopy is typically dome-shaped, but some are rectangles, inverted domes, and other shapes. The modern parachute was invented in the late 18th century by Louis-Sébastien Lenormand in France, who made the first recorded public jump in 1783. 5. Submarine. A submarine is a watercraft capable of independent operation underwater. The term is also sometimes used historically or colloquially to refer to remotely operated vehicles and robots, as well as medium-sized or smaller vessels, such as the midget submarine and the Wet-Subin 1800. France-built Nautilus, a human-powered submarine designed by American Robert Fulton. They gave up on the experiment in 1804, as did the British, when they reconsidered Fulton's submarine design. 6. Ambulance service. In 1810, a French army surgeon, Dominique Larrey, invented his so-called flying ambulance. Larrey's ambulance was a light two-wheeled, two-man carrier. It had padding, windows, and some ventilation. The term ambulance comes from the Latin word, ambulare, as meaning, to walk or move about, which is a reference to early medical care where patients were moved by lifting or wheeling. The word originally meant a moving hospital, which follows an army in its movements. 7. Photography. In 1822, Joseph Nicephore Niepce and Louis Daguerre are often considered the inventors of photography with cameras. The former started out experimenting with silver chloride and silver halide photography, but could not figure out how to prevent them from darkening when exposed to light. Photography is the process of recording an image, a photograph, on light-sensitive film or, in the case of digital photography, via a digital electronic or magnetic memory. 8. Airship. An airship or dirigible balloon is a type of aerostat or lighter-than-air aircraft that can navigate through the air under its own power. Aerostats gain their lift from a lifting gas that is less dense than the surrounding air. The first successful airship was constructed by Henri Giffard of France in 1852. Giffard built a 160-kilogram, 350-pound, steam engine capable of developing 3 horsepower, sufficient to turn a large propeller at 110 revolutions per minute. 9. Helicopter. A helicopter is a type of rotorcraft in which lift and thrust are supplied by horizontally spinning rotors. This allows the helicopter to take off and land vertically, to hover, and to fly forward, backward and laterally. Paul Cornu, a French bicycle maker, is credited with inventing the helicopter in 1907. Another French inventor by the name of Étienne Omican is credited with the first helicopter flight carrying 2 passengers. 10. Animation. In 1907, the French artist Émile Cohl started his filmmaking career with Japon de Fantaisie, with imaginative use of stop-motion techniques. His next short can be regarded as the first animated film using what came to be known as traditional animation methods, the 1908 Phantasmagorie. The simulation of movement created by a series of pictures is animation. 11. Cinema. The first to present projected moving pictures to a paying audience were the Lumière brothers in December 1895 in Paris, France. They used a device of their own making, the cinematograph, which was a camera, a projector and a film printer all in one. Cinema is from the French cinématographe, which comes in part from the Greek kinema, meaning movement. So, cinema is really just another word meaning moving picture. It also has come to mean more generally the process of filmmaking and also the building where films are shown.